Hello everyone and welcome to yet another match of Azure Dreams. It is a tournament that started last week. It was called Store Galore. It is still called Store Galore. And we're going to have some fun. What's the rule set? Yeah, Store Galore is a little bit different if you've seen any Azure Dream tournaments in the past. It's got some of it. What we call the Rock Me to the Top style is you gotta climb the tower as fast as you can. You gotta climb as high as you can, actually, as well. So speed and consistency is both important in that setup. If both player dies on the same floor, time will be what determines who the winner is. Or clearing the tower faster than your opponent can do it is also going to be a win. Time will stop. Both if we reach an hour, and then we will reward the highest reaching player. Or we will also stop if someone reached floor 40. And considering those two runners are like the last world record holder and the current world record holder, so Wugga had the title, Septic took it. Considering those two things, then we're gonna get probably a cool match. I mean, that doesn't mean it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. These guys are very, 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 very good. So that's gonna be super interesting to see for sure. Store Galore adds some things into the rule set, into the concept. I will explain that as we're gonna go, but I'm gonna actually get our runner started. Give me a second here. Right. Now, they should be started. Actually, it is important to note, though, that they will... there is some kind of a delay, so even though I just started them off, it might take a few seconds before you see them start off, but don't worry, they get the same timing for that. So, Store Galore, they will start in front of first shop, instead of starting in front of the house. Now, you might think if you played the game before, well, the store is... Well, we don't care about buying stuff from it. It is like they sell furniture for your house, right? But we changed it. Now it was a coincidence that the pita fruit you get actually sells for 5 money, and you can bring 5 items into the tower. So we made a random store that sells items for 1 money. So you can buy 5 of them and then enter the tower using those 5 items. The store is random, obviously, but you will actually get the chance to get different stuff every time you play. So right now they are gonna get 5 weapons and armor, 5 consumables, and 5 eggs, and then they can make whatever they want out of that. So what are we gonna see here? Water ball restore strong. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to go super fast. Good weapon, holy absolutely happening. We got a dragon, that's not bad. U-boat, oh, U-boat is also very good. What do we see? Killer? Oh, we see Killer! Oh, SepticTank, my boy! That makes me very, very, very happy. Okay, this is going fast, but that's why we have the, at the bottom, we have like some kind of a tracker called State Display. Killer, Diamond, +1, Holy, +1, Oli, and Oli Bell. That's so good. On Wugga's side, you had the same choices, but we have a very different setup. We do see Holy, but that's the only item they take that is exactly the same. That's madness. Restore Scroll, very good. Scarlet, obviously going for the dragon, so they probably are gonna use Oli's sword early and then switch to Scarlet with the dragon as a combo. Very, very, very potent as well. They also get the 5 items from the beginning, which I assume they're gonna use most of, and they will, we will see the egg hatched. That's madness. I really, really, really appreciate the difference. Like, the game's not even started, they already have such a different inventory. Only the oldie sword being on both sides, and that's normal. It's a very, very strong weapon. Like, it's a super rare sword you get. It's got no downside, very good strength, so that's gonna be very interesting. Killer is such a, well, Killer, their name says it all. It's a very powerful monster. It will actually hit like a truck, especially early on, because strength is based of normally 2 things, like your raw strength, like your attack power, and if you have the weapon equipped, which 99% of the monster don't have the weapon equipped. It's a stat for Ko. But that is not true for Killer. Their axe counts as a weapon, and increase their strength by 8, which is absolutely ridiculous. considering they already have 10, but actually they have 18. That's double what dragons have. And having double the damage a dragon do is kind of crazy. Obviously, that won't scale in the late game as much. Like, that 8 never increases, and that's not going to be, like, stronger than, let's say, an Arachne that you keep, like, restoring their attack power. But early on, if something needs to be dead, that killer is going to one-shot it. I am not stressed with that. Although that kind of double goes with, like, the Oli sword that also has, like, a very similar... It's not as strong as a killer, don't get me wrong. But it is a very, very strong weapon, and it's especially good early, like every good weapon. Won't scale way too well into the late game. That's why Wugga has a plan B in the Scarlet that will scale like crazy. But that might be a little bit on the weaker side early on, so that's very nice. He's got like a plan for now and a plan for later. Septic seems to all bet onto a bursty, like a crazy early game. And that's two things I can really appreciate. It's just different play style. The Oldie Bell Oldie on Septic side, though, is very interesting. I think that's going to get him out of a bad situation, and I think that's what Septic likes to do. He likes to play... well, they both like to play very much Commando, but obviously, in a tournament setting, it's harder to do. Like, it doesn't matter. Like speed is only important to, like, if you reach 40 or if you tie. So it's important to actually reach higher than you can. And these guys are both well known for resetting. So yeah, the timers are decent. Yeah, that happens sometimes due to the delay they have. Like, I assume they don't have the exact same delay, but they were timed on the same start. So that won't necessarily be a problem if we see that like timer is required to determine who's the winner, and that's like more than, I guess there's 20 seconds here. 16 seconds. It's going to be easy to fix. Actually, I don't have control over that. But yeah, if tech is on their side here watching this, then that's an option to fix that. But that's all right too. We have like a little bit of a buffer, like in the state displays on Wugga's side as well. Things happen. I understand. Feeding the dragon with a copper coin on Wugga's side, but we have a bit of a situation on the Septic side. Now, Septic, as a killer, and I said it will kill a lot of things early, but that's a fire monster, and we're fighting against a lot of water monsters, so that Oli Bell being very, very potent right now, because I don't think that killer would have survived way too long before it killed everything. So yeah, that Oli sword also doing good. Well done. This is an item also that's important to say. Wugga does not have a Holy Bell, and he also has a fire monster. I don't know how he will deal with that. Killer is amazing. Dealing 10 damage to a water monster where you have like so much damage reduction. Good. It's kind of interesting. Alright, what do we get to see here? Yeah, Killer has been not necessarily my favorite pet, but definitely the pet I like to see the most in a tournament. And the last two tournaments we did, there was no killers ever, even though we had like random in so many matches too. That's kind of crazy. And I'm really happy to see a freaking killer now. It took so long. Where were you, my friend? Oh yeah, that's not a very good late game monster, obviously, but I mean the crit thing is also very good. Don't get me wrong. Like it's got strength for days, but obviously if you compare that to an Arachne, I don't think it's better, but it's still very good. Also the element, but you can change that, right? Alright. Okay, he changed it. Wugga changed the element of the bloom to wind, and some of those Manivas are still sleeping, which helps, but it's gonna start to hit hard like right now. He's thinking about all he's got in terms of item. Oh, we see the... Oh, thank you very much, Tech. We see Septic side is not going, but that's just because they're resyncing, so that's really, really good. Alright, we should... Yeah, perfect now. Ko is taking a giant beating here. The medicinal herb is going to bring them back. That dragon can take a few hits, but not that many. Luckily, those... Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, the dragon can take a lot of damage. Oh, it's probably just a clone, though. 1 damage, I assume that's a clone. Dragons are not that tanky. Well, 4. That's pretty good. Okay, he's fine. Yeah. Dragons, man. It's important to note, too, that Dragon is an evolved monster. Yeah, you see them as dragon forms in the tower, but if you get a dragon egg, you actually get a kid egg, not a dragon egg. Dragon egg in the game does not exist. We actually put that back in the game, which is interesting by default. Evolving monsters generally goes by a rule, and that's true for Dragon as well, that their 21st level as a kid makes them are weaker, and then when you get to level 20, you get better stat to catch up to those 20 bad level-ish, which is not always great because it's rare that you're going to reach more than maximum level 30, so you won't get that much of those great stats. But the game knows that, right? So those great stats are really great. Kid to Dragon is not the biggest jump you get in stats, like that's definitely new out to bat now. But having a Dragon from the get-go just means better stats. Now and later. So, very, very, very good here. But yeah, Killer dealing 17 damage to that troll. That's gonna be fun. Take a little bit of a hit, but we get a Maniva juke on Wugga's side. Very nice. It's interesting to see, like, even though the dragon was hit by the Maniva, they were not aggro, because they don't aggro to your pet, they only aggro to you. And yeah, they still had an enemy in melee, so they hit it, but as soon as dragon moves, then the Maniva was like, oh, I saw nothing, okay, thanks, bye. During that time, Septic took a little bit of an advantage in terms of floor, actually 4 floor advantage, that's not nothing. Running away from a volcano, which is not dangerous, but that Griffin following definitely is. But yeah, he knew that the Griffin was not really aggro, was just following the path, so that's really nice here. I forgot to ask for the joke, but also for the reality. Do you guys hear me well, or more importantly, do you guys hear my fan? I just want to make sure that this is not annoying anyone. I can turn it off if that's necessary. We also get... Yeah, the water floor seems to not be nice on Wugga's side. During that time, Septic's taking quite an advantage. 5 floors over Wugga is not something you see every day. Sounds okay to me. Those things good. Marvelous, guys. Thank you very much for that. Alright, Wugga's fighting a lot here, which I like. Generally, I am someone that likes to get like a little bit more level under my belt. But the reality here is important to know that experience is very rubber-banded in Azure Dreams, right? So, killing those 3 or 4 extra enemies Wugga gets to kill, that's 1 kill on SepticTank side, and that doesn't take like quadruple the time, right? We also get to see the killer turn into a water pet, which I really like. Yeah, you see Wugga fought a lot more, but they're actually on the same level in terms of experience, so... Oh, yeah, that... Let's go, killer. 20 damage. 29 in a round. Yeah, 49 before the Griffin could even fight. That could have been scary to get sniped from that position, but I guess that's alright. Did U-Boat... Oh yeah, U-Boat is now hatched, so that's one of the big advantage I see on Wugga's side. There's 2 advantages, right? That Scarlet Wand is soon, and I would actually argue it's probably already strong in my holy story. But more accurately, well, actually, I guess he's gonna wait to be on floor 10, right? But the U-Boat is going to be great, because U-Boats are not the strongest monster. They're annoying as enemies, but as pets, they're not that great. But as a pet, what they can do is maybe not fight, but they can actually scout the floor for you and tell you where the elevator is. So that's really good. Right. So, out of the water floors, Wugga will actually get a chance to rethink their strategy. I would change to Scarlet 1 right away and go back to AI 3. They might not do it. AI 3, if you don't know, is telling your pet to actually cast their spells onto your weapon. It's generally less expensive than an attack, and it can be stronger. By default, I think it is probably one of the strongest attack in the game. Yeah, there we go. But if you have a wand, that attack actually becomes stronger, and there's another multiplier on top if the wand matches the element of the spell being cast. So it's a fire spell, it's a fire wand, you get more damage, but just having a wand in general makes it stronger as well. So all in all, that's a ton of damage. You can see like that one attack hitting for 22. That's crazy. And Hey, Sir anyway, welcome. The U-boat, as far as I know, was bought from the store. So this game, this tournament is based off a store, Galore. You get to buy stuff from the very beginning. The dragon was also bought from the store, so that's very fun. On temporarily, Septic actually got a Kraken, but now they're already gone. Sadness, but it is a good item to have. Holy Scroll against Krakens on the Kraken floors. There's still 2 floors of Krakens going on. Okay. Holy Sword become rusty, that's fine. They don't get to fight against that Kraken. I'm sure they're very happy about that, so they're going to leave that floor right now. We saw the elevator on the floor 15 on Septic side too during the spin, which I assume they're going to rush to. And that means, my friend, that we don't get to see Krakens during this run anymore on Septic side, which I'm sure they're very happy about. We're going to get into the Picket floors soon. But, like, even if Killer is water, which is at disadvantage, this thing is gonna eat Pickets for dinner. I'm not afraid of that. Alright. During that time, Wugga is still a few floors behind. Only 4 now, which was 5. Using that U-boat to actually scout the floor. Very nice. We're gonna get to the whole map. It takes a few seconds, but unless you're very lucky, it's always faster to use the U-boat that way, knowing where to go instead of guessing. But the thing that's crazy about it is that it costs a lot of MP, and when you're out of MP, you don't just are unable to cast spells. Your pet just actually don't even move, don't attack, don't do anything. You're just as if you were asleep or something. But the thing that's crazy is that even though that costs a ton of MP, you don't need to have that amount of MP. If you have 1 MP, you can cast a 32 MP cost spell. The game won't put you at minus 31. It will just say, oh, okay, well, you're at 0. But that means that if you have, we got a 1-room floor here on Septic side with Pickets. Yeah, he's just gonna book it. Oh yeah, and he even gets the thing. Okay, that's alright. So the Picket can't even follow him and attack him at the same time. That takes him. Okay, it's kind of incredible they designed the tower where every floor is. I hate it here, floor. It's crazy. That takes some nuanced and spiteful game design. Yeah, it's just the way that normal games would probably try to scale roughly at the speed you do, and not Azure Dreams. It's just we're gonna scale extremely fast, and if you can't follow, that's not my problem. So every floor is a problem. Alright, so, learning how to be on top of everything, though, is so very satisfying in this game, to be honest. It's just something that I really love. Kind of not mastered, I mean, it always can be a problem, but I mean, Pickets are terrifying the first time. When you see them just steal your whole inventory and run away from you, that's super frustrating. But when you get to learn, use your pet as a shield if you have one, especially if it's a fire one, the XP is very good. Put an item under your feet so they steal that instead of whatever else. When you get to master little tips and tricks and stuff that can let you make it less bad, it feels so good. I admit I got to play Azure Dreams for the first time this weekend, and oh boy, it was confusing and difficult. All respect to these speedrunners. Yeah, absolutely, Okus. It is a hard game, but it is a game of knowledge. So what's really fun is a lot of speedruns specifically will be skill based, and I'm not saying there's no skill in Azure Dreams, but because you cannot learn the game by heart, you can only learn the mechanics. Then it's we got a sleep trap. Okay, Septic wakes up, there's a Viper coming in, but they didn't even see them, so that's really good. Sorry about that, my heart stopped a little bit there. But yeah, it's a hard game in terms of the knowledge you need to learn, but it's so satisfying when you use it, every little tidbits you get. We get a neck bomb for a Kraken here. Alright. Okay. Wugga's alive. Floor 14 versus 23. Geez, Septic is going. What the hell? I understand. You gotta understand he's on floor 23 at 16 minutes. What the heck's going on? When this become a 80% time run? I mean, not because it's got better stuff than what you would get in an 80%, but yeah, gotta go fast. What the heck? I thought I checked a minute ago and it was 17. Why did he do 6 floors while I was checking out Wugga's side? Okay, this is going. I mean, he's got a perfect setup to be fast, right? That Holy Sword and that Killer are both extremely explosive starts. That'll get you very far, very fast. But both those things are starting to slow down, whereas Wugga will scale infinitely. That's not a problem. But does just mean that Septic's got an advantage and he's going to milk it as much as he can. But you see here right now that killers are going to save them, right? So how to get out of that? Obviously, spell balls are always good. Getting pinched, yeah, absolutely. You don't want those Vipers to hit your killer because those Vipers may not seem like the hardest fighting monster, and they are hard in their own way. They hit kind of hard. But the real thing is that every time they hit you, they lower your... Not every time, but sometimes when they hit you... Oh, 0 turn save, that sucks. Sometimes when they hit you, they actually lower your strength permanently by -1, and that stacks infinitely. So that can be a problem. Now, they're risking the sleep ball again, but that's not something you want to have it to do. Walking in a room, in a pincer. Oh, that's scary, Septic. And I know he doesn't want to do it. Oh, don't get your pet blind, that's a killer. Oh, it's blind. Oh, okay, that's not going well at all. And that's a block, and then their pet will not follow them anymore. Okay, he's gonna put that there. Alright, I understand. Which actually confused the Viper, which I kinda like. I'm not sure how you get out of that. During that time, we'll go actually on the one-room floor. Same thing happened, no problem. They actually can leave. Some turn order manipulation, which I can really appreciate. They have a Roam Herb. They could actually unblind the killer on Septic side. The problem is then he'll take a hit, and that is gonna hurt. Oh, 30! Oh my, oh my. Okay, that killer cannot take another hit. And he can't save it because it's blind? That's kind of scary. He's taking the hit? That could have been a paralysis! Oh, my friend, what the heck? Acid Rain will not be enough, but he's able to take a hit? That killer is not gone because of bind? You lucky bastard! And now Fireball actually takes it. That was... When was this announced? It was announced a few months ago, and then I announced the match, today's match today. Welcome, John Phoenix. So we have actually a very, very, very lucky and well-played situation on SepticTank side, but during that time, Wugga actually could catch up a lot, so I guess there was an elevator train in there. RNG was with Septic. Yeah, absolutely. Good RNG, well played too. You needed to play... Like, that's the crazy part, right? You don't know if your RNG is going to be on your side, so you got to play as if it was. But then if it's not, you get punished, right? It didn't, and that's great, but... There was probably, like, a sacrifice the killer play that was much more, like, certain. That's probably where I would have gone, to be honest. And that was never the play, but Septic couldn't know. And when I cannot know, I generally don't try to play as if I was gonna get lucky because, you know. But yeah. So we get to see Wugga being blind, coming back with the Roam Herb, so well played, but we're gonna get into those pesky unicorn floors. And that Roam Herb could have been good there. Agility increase. Oh yeah, Mile on the killer. He's double attacking. Yeah, goodbye. And that's madness because snowmans are so tanky, they have so much HP. No elemental thingies going on there, like they're both water. What? Did the Manara just dodge? What the heck? Okay, Blaze Ball's gonna do it. Oh, that's a lot of damage on the killer side. Septic is getting stretched, but that's fine. He's good. He's good. But that's a lot of floors covered. Like, at some point, Wugga was 9 floors behind. They're now 3 floors difference. And that U-boat is starting to get there. See, that's a consistency I really like from what Wugga went with. That consistency of, like, a dragon being tanky, that Scarlet One being scaling, that U-boat telling you where to go. They are all slower than the decisions that Septic made. But they get you to the next floor. So... yes, if Septic does not have to look for the elevator and doesn't get in too many bad situations, which he definitely did, then that's fine. That was the better play. But Azure Dream is a fickle game. Let's call it that. We have the elevator in that room. I hope, yeah, Wugga saw it. Only 2 floors difference? 1 floor difference, that's crazy. Right. Floor 26. We get U-boat to take out again. Familiar Bell, very good in SepticTank side. Easy, not even picking it? Okay. Oh, no, you did. Okay, alright. I was gonna say, that's the kind of items you don't get to see too often, and it's good. Okay, we have a crystal and an egg. Egg, definitely a pickup. Crystal could have been good, but that's alright. I mean, it could have been good, probably only if it was a water egg and water crystal. That's probably Maneva. Is Store Galore setting for the launcher? There is a randomizer that we call the de-randomizer because it's the first thing that it was made for was only to seed runs. There is a new link to a GitHub version of the randomizer or de-randomizer, and that it does add for Galore on it. Yeah, absolutely. That's an option. I can probably try and see if it'll take the link. If it doesn't, that's alright too. But I can try. So I don't know if you're gonna see the link in the chat, but if you if that was not considered a spam, then you should be able to link it to get it there. It's in modification category, and it's the first one called Random Store. Oh, okay. Yeah. That dragon is taking a beating on Wugga's side. And a miss? Oh, yep. Dragon is gone. We actually are... We just lost a big part of what... Wow, and Fireball is empty. Okay, that's a kill on Wugga's side. That was a scary fight. Yeah. So you remember those advantages I was talking about? Where they kind of gone? Well, they're not gone. I mean, the U-boat's still there. How are they gonna take... Okay, Wind Seed and Pillar Ball. Very good combo here. 128 damage. Definitely does it. Didn't they have a Restore Scroll? They do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Dragon's back up. Okay. Yeah. He bought a Restore. Yeah. I remember there was a Restore somewhere in there. Well, it was a good buy. I mean, maybe he wasn't actually as scared as I was because he knew he had the Restore Scroll. Alright. But it was still scary because that Fireball not having any charges definitely it can take a big beating. I guess that was also calculator risk. We see Beldo on floor 31 on Septic side. Only 2 floors difference from where Wugga is. That's gonna happen. What do we get here? U-boat again. Oh, Killer is here, but the good thing is that Killer is actually water, so he's got elemental advantage, and those killers are sleeping, so that's gonna, you know, do it. Alright. Just get out of there. That's crazy. 3 killer in the same room sleeping and none of them wake up. That's madness. I like it. Get some experience on SepticTank side. Level 21 is very high. In terms of speedrunning, it's very rare you get higher than 23. And 23 is with some, like, grinding. Although they did grind, not that they chose to, but the game threw them a lot of monsters they couldn't run away from, or it was too... not as useful to run away from. I don't think I ever reached 431. I understand that. This game is crazy. This game is really hard. The first time, like, the more knowledge you get, like, the game becomes easier. And I guess that's the game design here. But yeah, if you play a few times casually, this game is crazy. Yeah, caught up again, 31st floor. And I obviously like Wugga's position better now because the goal or the idea behind Septic plays was pretty much to get an early advantage and keep it. If they lose it, then they might run out of steam. Although they don't seem they are. They're both on the elevator at the same time. This is crazy. Okay, we have a Stream 1 here, so that's even better. That's exactly the position I'd like to be in if I was Wugga. Water Dragon and Stream 1 do match element the same way Fire Dragon and Scarlet did. And we are both on floor 33. Okay, this match is going I'm a casual player and I'm always astounded by the speedrunners. I understand that, Gal. That's definitely... Even I am a speedrunner and I get amazed by those two guys. So yeah. Okay, we have a run on our hands. So, Septic do not have a U-boat, so he went like blind to where he needed to go. But luckily this time that was definitely the play. Oh man, this is so crazy. Okay. My eyes tried to go into the boat screen at the same time, and then I just get cross-side eyes. Both on floor 34, Acid Rain, okay. He made that decision so quickly. I like it. I'm not sure I like the Acid Rain play here. But at the speed, like the no time it took him to make that decision, I like it then. Oh yeah, 3 charges on it. Okay. I saw the 1 extra charge somewhere, but 2, that's really good. Then that's definitely a right play. So you still have at least 1 charge to get you out of a worse situation. But the fact that he didn't even have to get into melee with the dragon and then like take time to solve the problem, I really enjoy that. Should try to go quickly or try not to die. Yes, the answer is yes. Both of those things. And that's crazy because he needs to be fast because Septic is also fast and he doesn't know how close the match is. Neither of them do, but I mean we do. and they can imagine like facing like the best or the second best player in the world right now is you gotta book it. But if you go as fast as you can and die on 39, then if the other one clears, it doesn't matter that you were fast. You need to reach the ice floor you can, so it's both. It's just both. 35 on Wugga's side, Septic is already exploring 35. They both know it's crunch time. Yeah, potentially 10 minutes of gameplay left. Give it or take a few minutes. Yeah, exactly. And you say 10 minutes, but... Yeah, okay, I guess they think they have more time than they do. It's only 28 minutes and they are on floor 35, which is more than a floor a minute. Obviously, these guys don't play for a floor a minute anymore when they do any percent, but that's not any percent. Survival here is kind of important. You can't just like say, oh, I'll reset and do another run, right? You only have the 1 run, so it's going to be good. Obviously, you can do re-entry. If you die, you can re-enter the tower and use the remainder of an hour to do it. But I think at 29 minutes and on floor 36, they're not going to attempt another run. If they fail here, they're going to just call it quit. I mean, they could. I'm not saying they won't. It's only half the time, but wow, that's a run for sure. 1 floor difference again. Septic doesn't seem to have like... Okay, the reality is Septic's play might, to me, have looked a little bit less good. But look at those spell balls in their inventory. Pillar, Acid Rain, Sleep, Binding. That's so very good. So right now, they don't even need to have a pet. They keep it... he keeps the killer because it could take a hit for him in a bind. But the reality is, at that point, this is a god inventory. He's got a leather shield. That only sword is irrelevant now. They keep it. I don't know because they didn't have inventory problems. But and cool looks cool with a sword that you don't get to see so often. Yeah, this is close and stressful. Imagine being them now. They must be stressed. 36, 37, 1 floor difference yet again. Wugga using the power of that U-boat to know where to go. And that's going to become increasingly important here. Because Septic needs to look for the elevator, and so far he's been very lucky to find it when he's looking for it. But at some point there's going to be 1 bad floor, and that's definitely when that U-boat's going to come. And I'm talking about that big floor, sorry for the commentary curse, but I think that's happening right now. I think Wugga's going to get a big advantage here because he knows where to go, whereas Septic is getting like pummeled by those enemies. He's got the firepower to get through it, don't get me wrong. But that takes time, and oh yeah. Okay, Dragon Dead here. I think next room on Wugga's side is the elevator, so that might be the situation. Yep, there we go. Will he look for the spell ball? I would have, but I think the play is not to. Septic actually reached the spell ball as well. That was a slate ball, very good slate ball. Although they might not need it, they have so many things. I'm trying to follow 2 screens at the same time and I'm getting crazy. Floor 38, there's only that floor and another floor because 40 is not really a floor you need to do. It's always the same thing. There is no battle. So it's not really a real floor. So this floor and another one. These are the only two. They're tied up again. Lead change. Yeah, absolutely. Lead change. Wugga is actually in the lead right now. Oh, the miss here might be actually used. Okay, confusion. Make sure that it doesn't hurt them. 1 in 8 chance. Okay, actually it was 2 in 8 chance, but that's alright. And the maximum is dead, but there are 2 maximums on Septic side. They both have a water setup though. So we like that. There is a chance that it's not going to be a problem. Yep, AI 1 on the killer. Killer is keeping up very well here. Maximums are terrifying. Yeah, the big egg monster. I do remember, Gatagal. Okay, get out of that bad situation. Use that U-boat to see where the elevator is. Septic does not have that option. Will not using the time to use the U-boat be the difference maker here? 39th floor. I don't see where. I don't know what I'm looking at. Where is that freaking elevator? I think this is the highest level 30 play I've never seen from Azure 3. Absolutely, Cappy. Oh, okay, okay. That U-boat is gone. We get a pillar ball on that golem, pillar ball, or fireball on that golem on the other side. Just that U-boat doesn't need it anymore. I agree. He knows where the elevator is. Is that going to be the difference? And we have a winner on Wugga's side. Crazy! Oh, I'm so sad I have to tell Septic that this is not, he's not the winner. That is the maddest run I've seen in a tournament in a while. You just got Wugga, yeah? What an incredible game. I agree. That was crazy. That was great. Yes, absolutely. It is a best of 3. Absolutely. This is not done. Septic asking by how much and me responding no. By like 13 seconds. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. That's why I like tournaments so freaking much. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is Azure Dream at its peak. That's what happens when you put the 2 best players in the world face to face. All right. So we are gonna reset. That shouldn't take too long. I'll stay here this time because we don't have to change runners or the things. But it will take a few seconds for them to actually reset, and I guess they're gonna want to cool down a little bit. That's a possibility. Killer to 40 in 33 minutes. I'll take it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Wow, that was a run and a half. Both at 40 seconds between incredible, man. I agree. Holy smokes, my heart can take this. I agree. That was the closest match I've seen. Yeah, and I think so too. Like it's. I've seen a million match and a half now, but I don't know. 30 seconds from the 2. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay. They're both asking for a 5-minute here. I will actually take that 5-minute as well, just to get some water to get my throat in a better place than it is right now. I tend to not take care of my voice when I do shoutcast. I'll just mute myself. I'll be not too far, but yeah, I'll set them up 5 minutes and then we'll get back. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Alright, and I am back. Both our players are gonna be done for a reset soon. If you have any questions before we actually get into the actions, I know I am known to start long explanation and then cut myself for when something crazy happens. Generally, and shoutcasting, and I don't want to break the mirror. But the smoke and mirrors. But generally, in a combo of shoutcaster, you probably want to have someone that talks slower and explain what's going on, and another person that gets crazy and screams when the action's going. And this is something I really like both, but not at the same time. Well, I do like it at the same time, but it's harder. So yeah, normally when someone does the explanation, another one goes screaming over them, which means like, okay, something's going on. But yeah, Alone's kind of crazy. Okay, we get both our runners to rename their stuff. I'm interested in if their initial purchase will change. Well, they will not be able to get the same items necessarily. It is a new seed, so they might not have those options. SepticTank calling himself Boat. They talked a little bit in the Discord, and they yeah, both sadness. Yeah. We're gonna get to start them really soon. Give me a second here. Both our runner are going to be ready to go soon. Septic actually tells me he was ready. But in the Discord he says he's in front of the thing, so that should be good to set them off. Bodhi McSad face, yeah. Oh yeah, Bodhi McBoatface, it's been a while. Okay. They will be back into the store. Let's see what we get. I'll try to analyze all the options as quickly as I can on both screens, and then I'll probably cry in a corner afterwards, but luckily, thanks to Chai's hard work, not only do we have this beautiful mod, but we also have the state display at the bottom that lets you know what's in their inventory without them having to open up their inventory, which is absolutely crazy. Is this tournament format doing shop runs? That sounds cool. It is very cool. Yeah. So they start with a Petit Fruit that your mother gives you, that's normal, and they can sell it for 5G, that's also normal. But what we made is a list of 15 items that's randomly generated, right? There are rules to how it's generated. The players knows them. But they can use that 5 money to buy 5 items. Everything is bought for 1. And they can use those 5 items to start their run. What do we got? Roche Root! Yeah, instant pick. You both, okay? Oh, he's taking the boat. Septic, take the boat this time, don't get... And they have a Roche Fruit. That's gonna be crazy. Okay. So, why is Roche Fruit great? Maybe you don't know, you probably do. Is he not taking up... Okay, he did take the Roche. Oh my god, okay. And Mahal Seed, I like that. Okay, Scorch. Scorch is great. Dark +2, very, very good. Also, not cursed. We get the exact same setup on both players. That should give you an idea of how good those items are. Oh no, Unicorn on one side? What's the difference on the other side? Scorch, yeah. You both, yeah. Oh, Mahal for Unicorn. Okay, I like that. Okay, so the game of this run is really different. U-Boat tells you where to go, right? And we know that, we've seen the last run. Roche, you throw that at an enemy and they become an egg. You can use that egg hatchet to get the pet. There is one pet in particular in this game that they both very well know, that is called a Garuda. It is such a known pet that we called Wugga for the longest of time because he was using it a lot. On floor 14, 13, 14? 13, 14? I don't remember. Roughly 13, 14. There is a pet called Garuda, and if you throw a Roche at them, they become an egg, obviously. You can then use the Garuda to... Normally what they do is that they pick you up and teleport you away, which teleports you away from your pet, and then that's a problem because Ko is weak. But when it's your pet, you can actually use that to teleport you and your pet away, and it's random where it puts you, but it's going to be in a room, can't be in a corridor, and that's a good way to scout new rooms. But it's also a good way to, every time you get in melee with an enemy, instead of fighting them, just teleport away until you're in a safe position. It is extremely inexpensive. I think it's half an MP for a teleportation. So Yeah, they both. Oh, one room floor. Okay, and the other. What is this scene? Okay. Oh my heart. But yeah, that's gonna be very fun. Like, it's a race to the first one to get to Garuda, and then it's who gets the best RNG and plays the safest too. Because if you lose that, you're not gonna gain experience because you're never gonna fight. You don't need to. You can teleport away, so you're gonna be extremely squishy. If there's a single mistake or a mishap, like a paralysis or a sleep trap or something like that, you are dead. That's just nothing saving you. You'll be at like level 5 or 6. Roche is great unless things go sideways. We might be seeing Garuda race to the top. Absolutely. See now, I never figured out how to use a Roche before. This is fascinating. Yeah, you put it into your hand and then you throw it. And if you throw it at an enemy, it turns to an egg. You can also do it to your own pet, but there's not much of a reason to turn your own pet into an egg. But in a speedrun setup, that's crazy. Well, actually, even casually, like once you get a Roche, just, do whatever you want with it and get the pet you want. It's also important to note that it is the rarest item in the game if you don't count like the Barong only items, because they're not rare, they're just not in the table. But if you talk about rarity of finding something on the floor, Holy Sword, Dark Sword, and Roche Fruit are all tied up for being the rarest at 1 chance in 4,000 if you roll an item of that category, which is crazy. So obviously, the store do not take into account rarity. We have our own rarity setting, so there's a much better chance to find a Roche Fruit that is non-zero. But yeah, 1/4,000. That's shiny levels of Pokemon shiny levels of rare. Yeah, using the Earthquake in a 1-room floor is actually. I mean that makes sense, right? We normally say floor 1 to 5 because they're so easy compared to everything else. That's where you grind for items, but looking at they're actually exploring a 1-room floor in tournaments is like something that never happens. But he's in a perfect setup. It's early, there's not that many monsters, and he's got AoE magic anyway if he needs it. So why not? But, well, why not? The reason might be because Septic is already 3 floors ahead, but that's not something they know, right? That's madness too, because it's important to note Septic is the biggest fan of Unicorn in the server. He loves a Unicorn. He loves the Earthquake magic, that's just his spiel. And to have Wugga use it while Septic doesn't is something that's really weird. Like, if you don't know the runners, that must make a lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, okay, he took that item over that one item. But to me, it's really weird because Septic is the biggest defender of, like, this pet specifically. Is so freaking good. Wugga had a slow and steady approach to the low level last match too. I agree. I like that they swap gameplay. Yeah, that's really interesting too. And I mean, definitely, Wugga knows why it can be strong. Like, it's not as if Septic has like a secret or something, but yeah, it's just a gameplay style. Like, generally, you will like more something or less something, and it's just interesting to see like the biggest defender. Okay, U-Boats is out of fuel on SepticTank side. He's gonna need to find some things. I didn't get to finish the explanation earlier, but you can feed your pet Peter Fruits, which are an item that gives 50 MP back, but actually there's a lot of... And the item is for that purpose, right? But if you feed it something else, you can restore some level of MP too. Instead of feeding them Peter Fruit, if you feed them like a antidote herb, it will cure their poison, but it will also actually restore 3 MP. Which is not a lot compared to the 50 a Pita gives you, right? But that's still good. And like I said before, if the U-Boat does not have the 16 MP, I think it's 16 MP required to do the scout, it doesn't matter if you have only 3. It will still activate and you will just be at 0 MP. So keeping those herbs and like little items that generally don't have much of a use anyway, just to feed your U-Boat to do 1 extra scout and then put it back into your bag, is very, very powerful as a strategy. Like, see that seed here? Azak, it's good, give you 1 extra attack forever, but it also restored 3 MP. That's why they're not using it. They will bring back the U-Boat, give it the Azak seed, and that's 3 MP more. Wugga really shined with optimal play in the higher floors. He rarely does anything suboptimally. Yeah, I agree. Wugga, okay, I just read that. Is it like this one? Yeah. I hope it survives until evolution. Which ones? Oh, the unicorn. Yeah, unicorn is very cool. Wugga stepped on a rust trap. Yep. That's Dark +1 still. That's still 11 freaking damage. That'll do it. Meanwhile, Septic is 5-4 higher. Yes, absolutely. This is a repeat of what we've seen before, but that was not paying out for Septic. Now that's going to be very different. They're both very well used to use a Garuda as a pet, so you'll see them zoom as soon as that starts. Also, Garuda plus U-Boat is a crazy combo as well. Like, it's good to have. Septic runs a lot with no pet though. Absolutely, yeah, that is correct. He's probably the biggest player of Commando that I know of. Although Wugga is definitely second, and not by far, but then the third is probably a bit far. They both have been banging their head at trying to beat the world record. But right now, Septic's got it. Go up trap, let's go. Boing. Some Earthshaker action going on Wugga's side. It's good too. Floor 13. I think that's the first floor Garuda, so I guess we're gonna get... Yeah, even going for the trap just to make sure nothing is bad here. Pretty sure that's 13 that we get to see those Garuda. Going to 14, okay. As long as it doesn't pass 15, he's fine. We want to see a Garuda as quickly as we can. He's not looking for the floor, for the elevator anymore. Alright, True Glasses, pretty good. We like that. Where is that Garuda? Or the elevator. I mean, you want both. Okay, that's not what you're looking for. Oh. Wait, so he does want to go to the... Okay, to 15, I guess that makes sense. During that time, Wugga's catching up. He's thinking about it, you can feel it. He's gonna take a few hits. He's only level 4, that's irrelevant here. What is he thinking? Okay, Blinder takes an extra hit. That's scary. Oh no, because of the Mahal. Yeah, he doesn't. He can move. Pick up. Blinder again. Okay, and then move. He can take one extra hit. He's doing it 3 times. Let's go. That's a lot of time, though, and I don't know you want to give that amount of time to Wugga. He's still not catched up, but I mean... I like the play, it's very well done, but that's also 3 charges of a Blinder Ball and a Mahal Seed, so that's a lot of resources spent. Okay, he's not going for the elevator. Is he going for it? No. Okay, he's skipping turns, I understand that. Using the corridor to actually manipulate. Mahal plus Blinder strat, yeah. I agree that you want to keep Blinder for as late as you can. Like, it's such a power value item, but, I mean, you needed it there. Oh my god, the game is being stingy. Where are the Garudas? You might need to kill some enemies because there's a maximum numbers of monsters that can be spawned at the same time. And when that's reached, the only way to get more is to walk onto a monster den trap. And he doesn't want a monster den trap, let me tell you that. It is trolling Septic. He's leaving! Really? Oh my god. Did you just give Wugga a potential Garuda without you having one? Oh, that he's feeling like shit right now, I can tell you that. Wow. Okay. He still has the Rose Fruit though, which is not bad at all. Sometimes the tower does a little trolling. Yeah, it happens, I guess. He's also level 4. Like, he didn't grind because it didn't matter at the time. Like, he was going to use Garuda anyway. Oh, we have... Okay, sleeping on Wugga's side. Okay. Unicorn would probably win, but not by much. Dreamon's got a lot of HP. Oh my god. And sleeping if you don't get hit. Like, if you get hit... Okay, it was his lack of MP. That's probably good. But yeah, if you don't get hit, sleep can last about 50-something turns. That's a lot. And then when you get hit, it's a 50-50 every time you get hit to wake up. But if you're not getting hit, oh my god, Wugga must be screaming at his screen like, move! Alright, yeah, he needs to get out of there for sure. That's lucky though on Septic's side because he probably loses a lot of firepower right now. He's got a big advantage, like 6 floors, but this is dwindling, and it's going to dwindle even more when Garuda is online. If it ever gets online, I don't even know it anymore. It is probably very frustrating. Yeah. I get pissed when I get poisoned because it's so slow. That was like 7 times worse. Oh, he didn't even one-shot. He didn't one-shot a picket with a fireball? Oh my god, yeah. Good experience though. 2 level up on SepticTank side, that's pretty good. Those pickets, if he uses some charges on them, that'll be worth a ton of XP, so that's probably a good idea. Yeah, you kill that one too, yeah. And then 1 charge will be enough for sure. Yeah. There we go. Okay, floor 13, we can see some Garudas on Wugga's side. Will we get, though? Oh, that's a hit! That's a big hit. What do we get to see? Ulim, yep, I agree. Let's get that enemy out of the way. Okay, Wugga, you need a Garuda. You're a little bit behind. Not that bad, but I mean, that's still 6 floors against Septic, so that's worse. White sand. Okay, floor 14. Okay, yeah, the Griffin jump scare for sure. I am thinking right now, and I'm probably wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but there is a world in which they agreed not to pick a Garuda. Although, if that was right, it used to be a thing. When they got Garuda, there would be like a no Garuda rule, which is not a rule in the tournament, by the way. It's just the runners agrees to that. We dug Roche? Really? Oh, that's Roche probably just to get him out of the way. Or is it to make meat to feed the Yubo? I refuse to believe this is the play. That would be the craziest play in the history of Azure Dreams. Not because it's good, because it's really crazy, but that could be some kind... Like, it would take so much time to generate 1 charge of the Yubo that it's probably better to take that time to explore. So I'm gonna assume for now that the reasoning behind it was that they just wanted to get the Weedog out of the way, and Roche was used like as if it was a new lean. And then it'll be a oh, Big Pita, that's really rare. It's gonna be used as an egg bomb later, and that's fine. I'm pretty convinced that's that. If they really thought about picking up specifically Weedog to feed the Yubo, yeah, that's gonna, I don't know. Meat takes too much time to make. Yeah, easier just to do herbs from the ground, probably just an expensive ruling. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree, Taffy. Okay. Did we get to see Garuda? I didn't check the other side. It is floor 15. It kind of needs to happen, though, because if not, that's an 8-floor lead. I think you're going to take the same thing. Oh, there's the Garuda. Okay, there we go. Oh, that didn't take any second. Didn't you see how quickly he minued that? Yep. Alright. Okay, strategy is going to change immensely here on Wugga's side. Like I said, they're not going to fight anymore. They're already a little late, which is not that bad. I mean, I know Wugga have done runs with a Garuda with much less than that. Alright. Change it to water. Very good idea. The reasoning of the water here is, well, for the same reasons you don't want to get, like, have a wind monsters in the tower in general, but specifically in that case, not because of the enemy, but there's a trap called the bomb trap, which deals fire damage in an AoE. Oh, let's go, look at that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? But yeah, the bomb trap will deal fire damage to your pet, and that will one-shot a Garuda most of the time, so having it in the water reduces that damage, so that's pretty good. Look to when Wugga's a Garuda. Yeah, Garuda is online, and he uses it once, and it happened to be directly to the teleporter room, the elevator room. But that's still a lot of floors to catch up to, and Septic is not slowing down either, so... But look at how crazy it is used to scout. Oh, this is beautiful. But Septic is using U-boat, which is the second fastest pet to use to find the exit. So that's not nothing either. Like, it's not as if Oldie Bell's taken away. That's pretty bad. Fireball charge, I agree. Okay. Truth on blinders. 6 blinders, 6, very good. 2 elevators on the Septic side in the same room. Let's go. Even got rid of his sword and Garuda runs online. Yeah. I mean, even if there was no Garuda at that point, swords are irrelevant. Septic keeps his because there's no reason to drop it. Like, it would take time to actually throw it on the ground. And Ko with a sword looks cool, but he's not going to use that sword anymore. And we're talking about Dark Sword +1. That's 11 strength. That's so much stronger than anything else. Even the Seraphim sword, if I memory recall, that's 7 or 8 strength. Like the big sword from the storyline. Wugga starting to zoom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. 5 floors difference, and that's just going down, I feel. We need to not count Septic out. Like, he's finding elevators, and U-Boat is definitely helping with that, so that's gonna be tight. I don't know, man. This is a crazy run. It's just 2 such different runs. It's hard to analyze. Like, it's not something that happens often. It's just 2 setups that are kind of rare to see-ish, like U-Boat or Garuda. But when one happens, generally the other player has the same thing. They both have Garudas or they both have U-Boats. But it's probably one of the first time I remember seeing one as one and the other as the other. That's crazy. Bouncing all over. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you've never seen a Garuda run well done in your life, this is it. This is why this pet's crazy. And it's doubly crazy because long ago, when I was much younger, okay, not that much younger, but long ago, we played a category called New Game Plus, which meant only that you could bring 5 items of your choice into the tower. And for the longest of time, there were a few strategies that were pretty good. Mine was not, but it was fun. And one day, a member of the community called Baldwin came in and said, I think I'm going to win. And I'm going to take New Game Plus. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. And everyone was like, I mean, Baldwin's a very good player, but just like, the run was good at the time, right? And it's, you don't just announce you're going to do it. You do it like 100 times, and then one of them is really good, right? But he says, just like, tomorrow it's going to be done. And we're like, what? And he says, spoiler alert, I'm going to use Garuda. And at the time, Garuda was a joke pet. Like, no one was using it. And we're laughing, and we're not understanding. And then the day after, he released a video with that gameplay going around. And for some reason, like, all abilities from pets are so expensive in the game, everybody took into account that it was going to be, like, costing, I don't know, 8 MP a pop. So that's just, you don't do that, right? Even if it's still decent. You just don't do it. But then, it costs half a freaking MP. I don't know why. Like, U-Boat's ability costs 16, this one costs 1 half, that's 32 times more efficient. You called him lad, he was a visionary. He freaking was! It became, like, the strategy. I have not, and I'm just awed. Yeah, that's how you play Azure Dreams at the highest level, if you're lucky, obviously. Hurts my casual heart that he's just left in there. I so understand you, Garuda. I sometimes do it, but I feel bad every time. It's crazy too to, like, for the casual to look at this gameplay and be like, why do I suffer so much? And why did I know that? Garuda's a very good pet. I wouldn't say it's the most fun way to play the game, though. Like, you can definitely get to 40 easy with a Garuda, but I mean, will you like your run? I don't know. The Hex Sprite does give happy chemicals. Absolutely. Seeing it get left behind does hurt a little bit. Even as a person who has done runs. I understand. I so understand that. Oh, we got a death on SepticTank side? Floor 33? Oh my god, I didn't see what happened, but that's madness. I was looking on Wugga's side, obviously. 3 floors to beat. Is Septic... Actually, okay, Septic is going back. It's still like a few minutes to go. Oh, rip. Yeah. Oh no, I missed it too. No! That's GG, I agree. I mean, it's not GG yet. I'm not ending the race, but that feels like a very hard place to get back from. They have an hour to reach better, so even... Well, no, Wugga would need to die before reaching 40. That's crazy. Okay, we get Beldo. And the elevator's in the room. We don't get to see the monsters in the room yet, though. Was there any? Killer, it's alright, it's far. 32. Do we have a winner here? Using the... Oh, that's scary, okay. He's out, he's out. Probably GG, but 1 in a million happens. I agree. We didn't... Why didn't he buy anything? Because he's stressed by time? He's going commando completely. I know he knows, like, it's probably done. Because right now, Septic is still winning, in the sense that, it's... Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Although, that's a room and a half. But yeah, if Wugga dies here, in this room... Oh my god, that's scary. Get the hell out of here. What the heck is going on? Okay, that's good, that's good. If Wugga dies here, Septic still wins, because that's the highest floor, both 33, but then that's the fastest. But that's the elevator. That's not done yet, but then it means that Septic needs to beat Wugga, which now is definitely a fight for sure. And if Wugga reaches 40, then Septic cannot get to 40 faster. I mean, he could, but that, I don't see the world where that happens. Garuda wants to fight, yeah, definitely, but he can't. He's really weak. Okay, now it's a question about if Wugga can close. I feel like he can just get Garuda, but I've seen Garuda runs die to just a bad teleport like that one, and we lose Garuda. What the heck is going on? What the heck is that run? Oh yeah, if you teleport back to an enemy that was gonna attack, and you're still in range of it when you're done with teleporting. But dang, that's it. He's got resources. Don't get me wrong. You don't spend a lot of resources when you get a Garuda. Is he going back to U-boat? Okay, I like that. I like that. Oh, like the name of the ability, my heart float and sank. Oh my god. Garuda wanted to fight, but yeah, like I said, you don't want Garuda to fight. What the heck is going on? Okay. Oh, that trap could have been terrible. Okay, Glacier. What do you get? Blinder, very good idea. I am voiceless. This is crazy. I mean, I'm not voiceless, but I don't know what to say. Wordless. And look who came crawling back to you. Absolutely. Still a very good pet, don't get me wrong. Okay, 37. We still have, like, 3 floors to go. This one plus 2 others. And we have U-boat to do them. Don't get me wrong. He's got blinder balls. Fireball is really high. 2 Mahel Seed, 2 Hulims. Got 1 Heg that he can use as an egg bomb. That's a lot of good stuff. So I would still be surprised to see Wugga die to anything but a bad trap. Like, trap will always get you. There's just nothing you can do to that. Okay, let's go. Floor 38, 2 to go. That's a butt-clenching moment, yeah. I wonder what Septic is hatching. I don't know. Hopefully Septic gets something good from the egg. Yeah, I mean, he needs it, for sure. Can't be like something like a Garuda either. Could it be U-boat? He got that very early, so... Oh, we might actually see a Noise. Yeah, Noise is one of the rarest egg in the game. That and Flames are the 2 rarest. Because of the way the game works, it's super hard to get a egg before floor 5. Not super hard, but it won't happen on your first time for sure. We get floor 39 on Wugga's side. Only 1 floor to go. Do we see the elevator during this spin? I don't think we do. Dragon in the room. That's alright. Yeah, we can get that out of here. Use that U-boat to tell us what's going on. Did he get the unicorn? He did. Okay. Oh, he's going to use it like as a wall? That seems like a slow play. Maybe that was a mistake. Doesn't seem like it was. Okay. And we see the elevator. And that's it! Wugga is your winner for Store Galore. Let's go! Oh, that was so much fun. What a race. I mean, Septic really did try, but yeah, Wugga had it for sure. Let me see if I can call them both in for a little bit of an interview. That was so much fun. You just got woogged. Yeah. Well done. Alright. Let me send them both a little bit of an invite. I think it'd be fun to hear from them. Septic's got stories to tell as well. Oh, that was such a fun set of runs. My. While we see Beldo actually trying to do stuff, this is such a fun game. It never ceases to amaze. It never ceases to be entertaining. There is something inherently fun at watching players, like speedrunners, redo and redo the same stage and getting good at it. I feel like it's something that I really can appreciate. But in a randomized game like Azure Dreams, and some others of course, seeing them adapt instead of learn is something well, they both learn, but I like, instead of like reproducing to the perfection, seeing them adapt is just something that I so appreciate. It's crazy. Oh, wait. Our runners might actually... Okay, give me a second here. There might be something happen. Is something else happening? Let's see. Oh, damn! Okay. Both our runners actually want to entertain you more, and they're gonna do what we call a friendly third. A third match where there's nothing to gain. I mean, Wugga is still the winner, but they're gonna just play another run for fun. And I think... Okay, and they actually get... Okay, and they even add more rule sets on top of it. They put it into store plus commando, so they can buy eggs and they can throw them as a bomb or use it as whatever, but they cannot hatch or use a familiar. So it'll be commando plus a store, which is something that's never been done before. What am I getting myself into? They want to have a few minutes just to reset and take a little bit of a mini break, which I will also take, but stay tuned. There's more Azure Dreams to come, it seems. Yeah, that's gonna be super fun. Okay, alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, welcome back everyone, and we're gonna get into a friendly third. I wasn't ready for it, I know. These guys want you to give you more entertainment and absolutely don't care about my voice getting lost, so that's great. Alright, so both our runners are gonna be ready to go, so let's get them counted down. Alright, and they're both should be getting started. With the delay, like I said, it'll take a few seconds for them to really start. Alright. Don't lie, Sand, it was your idea. It wasn't, but I like it. You might already know me. I definitely like it. It's such a fun game to watch, and the idea of like going commando is really different from what we've seen before. So I kind of like that. It's gonna be a first for sure. Can they actually reach 40? Because as you said earlier, and I agree, this is a very unreliable way to play the game. They're both the most experienced commando players we know. Like, that's definitely the way you play the fastest. But they're also the two heaviest resetter, which is a direct conclusion of playing commando. So, well, they can't really go for like, oh, I'll play as many runs it needs to get the good one. If you die early, then you're at a huge disadvantage. Which we saw in the last game. SepticTank didn't die early, but I mean, it was almost impossible to get back from, obviously. Alright, so we get them to see. Probably different choices there, because their pets will definitely not be what we were looking for. They might still take eggs for egg bombs, but I would be more surprised. Blinder for sure. Iron Shield, yeah, it's better than nothing. Oh, that's not the greatest set of items I've ever seen if you want to play Commando. If not, it would be good, don't get me wrong. Well, maybe not good, but... You can reliably get to 40 in Commando, but it takes a long time. Hopefully they make it entertaining. Oh, I'm not stressed that they're gonna make it entertaining! And they're not gonna play safe. That's not happening. Blinder Vital... We could call this character Wee! And something GG. I like it. Very good names. Let's see some blood. Oh yeah, that'll happen. Pick up the stuff on the floor here for sure as well. Iron Shield is a decent shield to start with, so that's not necessarily a problem. Vital Sword is alright. It's 5 damage, which is like the upper end of a lot of sword. A lot of sword, it's for 5, like all the elemental ones does as well. And I think Steel is 4. I think there's another one that does 5, but you know. Point is, that's an alright number for a sword. It's not crazy, but it's good. But it also prevents Maneva from splitting, which is something that doesn't happen often. But it could, you know. Not that it's a big of a problem when they do split, but I mean, the point is, it's a reliable sword. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. Alright, so we get to see some exploration going on early. Leveling up to level 2, especially in a commander run, is important. You double your HP, that's a huge difference. You definitely want to get that. Level 3 is even more comfortable. Now that they're both at 30 HP, they can leave floor 1 as soon as they see the elevator, or as soon as they're happy with what they got. Wugga already on floor 3, which is really good. They probably... Oh, yeah, well, SepticTank is on floor 3, either he likes it or not, doesn't matter. Alright. Picked a life shield. Again, not the greatest. That's crazy to get vitals and life at the same time. Life shield counterattacks when you get hit, you deal some damage back. It's pretty much the same idea as the Kraken ability. It kind of sucks because it's the same reason why Krakens are annoying as enemies but sucks as partners. For hit to deal a lot of damage back, it's a percentage of damage you took. So if it deals a lot of damage, it means you took a lot of damage. And if you took a lot of damage, then you can't redo it because you're gonna die. And if you only do it the once, well, that wasn't really good. And if you increase your defense to survive more hits, then the damage you give back is lowered up to a point where you just deal 1 damage back. So what's the point anyway? So yeah, in the end, just not a great shield, but it's still, I think, like it's a 4 defense shield, or 5. It's probably 5. So it kind of sucks, but that's fine. Earth Shield on Wugga's side sucks, but could be good if they get the other Elemental Shield, especially considering their Earth Shield is actually identified, which is kind of good. Why so many shields, though? Pick up the shield to be able to throw it. Septic missed the Earth Shield, that's alright. I assume there was like a truth glasses to know that this Earth Shield. There's no universe in which Wugga risked equipping an Earth Shield. And if there is, I disagree. Alright, Blinder Ball going up there. Go up trap again on Septic's side? What the heck's going on? Floor 6. Well, he took the lead. Well, if ever there was a reason to pick up crystals in a normal run, you could argue that there wasn't. I kind of like checking them anyways. But if you go commando, then there is no reason to pick up the crystal. The best you could get is a fire one, which really sucks. Vital is doing some work. You won't hear me say that often. But yeah, being hitting a lot of Manivas to prevent them splitting is kind of interesting. The thing that why it's so bad, it's not just that it won't happen often. I mean, there are Manivas a lot of places in the tower. It's just that the consequences of having the Maniva split isn't that bad anyway. So my point is not just that it won't happen that often. It's even when it does, like prevent splitting. It's like, was that really bad if it would have split anyway? So you know. There is a world, but yeah. So Earth Shield, Vital Sword, Maniva fighting. Oh, that's crazy. Commando. It gets me every time. Alright, but Septic's on floor 7, actually not fighting as much, but they are on the same level anyway, so it doesn't matter. E-Link on the elevator will go getting the hell out of there, but Septic's getting out of there as well at the same time. It's a 2-floor difference. And we don't have like the different play style thingy in terms of the items they picked as much as in the first 2 matches. So what I'm trying to say is the advantage I would have given Wugga for taking more time in the beginning but then zooming much later on is not going to be real here. There is no U-boat, there is no Garuda, there is no pet to help you with this, so in my opinion, right now Septic just has a good lead, a good old lead. If you're fighting Manny, then you already made some kind of mistake. Yes, but sometimes the tower makes the mistake for you, and then you don't have much of a choice anyway. And that's the thing. Okay, oh, very good warp strat there. Let's go. Let's go, Wugga. Septic going for some shenanigans. Very well manipulated. I like that. Here you go, yeah. Again. Oh, let's go. The carousel of monster on Septic's side was beautiful. Yeah, he played it. It's not just that. You also want some experience. Oh, sleep trap on Wugga's side. Okay, that was alright. No problem there. It could have been. But yeah, he plays safe, and it's like experience at that point is not bad. Like I said, it's if you can wait longer to make your experience like later, it's just better to do so because the experience is so rubber bendy in this game. But the word can here is important. Sometimes you cannot. And you won't necessarily know how much HP you need to get out of the situation before you're in it. So it's a good insurance to just have like a level more than you expect yourself to be right now. Like level 6 on floor 8 is very high on Wugga's side, but it might become a situation where that extra level is just the HP needed. Or the attack and defense, although Ko's attack and defense stats sucks, but that's alright. Ko being so weak is also very important to the game. Like, it is a monster catching game. And yes, there is a world where you can create such a strong weapon or armor that Ko can fight back. even trivialize the whole game. But in a normal playthrough, even casual to some extent, unless you grind like crazy, Ko will always be so weak that you need something to help you. And I think like the magic of the game comes from that too. Like it's important that Ko sucks. Because then finding a new monster is exciting, because then fighting better gear is somewhat exciting for a while. And most importantly, those consumable items that make the crux of the game are only relevant because if you didn't have them, like you don't have a plan A that's stronger, your items might be your plan B. But oh, there was a little bit of a moonwalking happening on Wugga's side. That was crazy. But the Earth Shield's almost immune to water enemies here. Yeah, exactly. Because the way defense work is kind of crazy, right? It's really not good. The best shield you can get raw is a diamond shield for 7 defense. But the defense value is all actually halved, so that 7 defense means you take 3.5 less damage. Now here that's good. Enemies hit you for 8, so 3.5, let's call it 4, is halving their damage, so that's pretty good. But when you get hit for 80, what's the relevance of taking 3.5 less, right? But the Earth Shield removes percentage, and then it still gives you 5 defense, which is not nothing early on. So those combines actually make Manivas don't even hit you as hard at all. We'll go looking at shields because he might get another elemental shield, which you might want. Blinder on one side, blinded on the other. Ugh, that hurts. But Wugga did not get punished. Septic was punished as he expected to be, so that's not that bad. Pick up on Wugga's side, getting shot. Pick up again. Getting shot. Pick up again. There we go. Walking in a room with a pet in your hand. That's scary. Alright, the enemy comes back. It's time to go. Floor 11 on both sides. Wugga catched up again. I like both their inventory, so to be honest, there's not much of an advantage here. True Glass is very good for those spell balls. Especially that fire or blinder ball. Or, well, the other blinder ball. Well, I guess he would do fire. Just to know what I have as options. So it's important he moves, yeah, even if he takes a hit. Because if he was put to sleep there, it would have been wrecked. Taking the higher elevation to take less damage if you miss a pickup, which is great. We did that strategy where you pick up a monster, throw it at another, and it moves them, like it turns them around so they go the other way. We call it boomeranging, or using pets as a boomerang. It's an interesting strategy. We call it boomerang because they generally come back to you, but they might sometimes just both get out of your way. So it's not that much of a boomerang. But when they come back, it's kind of funny because then you can pick up again. Especially if they're not that hard-hitting, then you can risk it, like a Dreamin' or a Dark Palumpa. But yeah, there's a situation happening on Septic side. It's getting pelted by a few shots. Is he gonna try pickup here? That seems scary. Taking the higher elevation. If that was a low roll, he's screwed. Yeah, medicinal, definitely. Pickup failed on Septic side. On Wugga side, he gets Rise. That's gonna hurt. 24 damage. He's going for the Palumpa Hag. 65, that's good. That could have missed, though. That was risky, but I like it. Septic thinking on what he's gonna do. Walking in a room with a pet in his hand. I don't like that, but that's alright. Taking 5 damage from it Dreaming, although there is elevation. 6! Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you don't want to be... Not sure what you're going for. Oh, he hit the ceiling! Oh, that's not nice. At least he could leave the room before. Sleeping in the corridor. Okay, now wake up. Wake up. Okay, only 3 hits left. Yeah, I was going to say, at that point, this thing needs to get out of your way. Some experience is going to help a ton here, though. Okay. Does he cannot take... Oh, can take it with the Earth Shield. That's still 10 damage, though, but he's gone. Okay. Wugga hopes that the next room is not going to be that harsh, because that's 10 HP entering a new floor. That's scary. Okay. And he dies to a bomb trap with a Earth Shield equipped! Oh my god! That's like the nightmare. That's definitely what you don't want to see. Although I'm pretty sure even with a good shield, he would have died. But yeah, that must be a feel bad moment. Wow, bomb trapped. That's crazy. Okay, so Wugga will go back, I assume, to try again. That's still very early in the run. There's nothing preventing him from going back. He can get another Peach Fruit and use it to sell and get more in terms of items. We get to see the Nico, your neighbor, which is a friend, childhood friend, and then your mom and your little sister, which we don't get to see a lot in the speedrun generally. But yeah, your family and friends, that's very nice. Wugga thinking back, I assume, and what he's going to do. You don't need to go there because you're already at the store, and you need to go back to your mom for a Peter Fruit. This is normal, he didn't get to practice that, and I understand, because you don't expect to die, and you don't want to die, but that's things that, like, the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't understand why, but then that's really easy, yeah. Take a Peter Fruit, get out. Now he goes, back into the thing. No, it's the same building. We change where you get teleported to, and that's so confusing, and I understand that. Generally, you go southwest from your house, but when you get out of your house, we teleport you at the storefront. So it's just quicker, right? During that time, SepticTank on Kraken floor. That floor 14 is not something you wanted to see. That Kraken come back either. So the game checks for the randomizer. It checks if you have any items in your inventory and prevents you from buying another one. So if you buy a blinder, you cannot buy another. You cannot buy another blinder. But because he didn't have any more, like he lost all of his items when he died, then you can rebuy them because the game only checks, do you have them right now? No, then you can buy them. That's fine. So it's to prevent like one player from buying 5 Roach Roots or whatever would be good 5 times, like five fireballs. But also permit them if they come back to get the items again. But now that's a normal floor 1. Although that gear will do crazy good. Alright, back to SepticTank on floor 14. It can be catched up, especially if like Septic dies. Iron Shield doesn't care, and the elevator is gone. Let's go. We get to see Ghosh. It's been a while. We saw it last weekend, but still. Hello, Ghosh. How's it going? As far as I understood that Ghosh is actually named after an anime that's about a cellist that plays music for animals, and then the animals talks to him. And that's a very okay anime. I watched it. It's fine. It's more like an one movie, I guess you can call it. It's like a 1 episode anime, and it's good. It's like very wholesome, very. It's old too. But yeah, it was an interesting experience to watch. And the main character, the cellist, is called Ghosh, and that might actually also inspire. There is a cellist in the game that plays music for animal. He's not called Ghosh, but I think both those things are inspired by the anime, so that's kind of interesting. We get some gambling on Septic's side, although the bouncer from the casino is coming to say that's too much gambling, get out of my way. Septic throws the bouncer away, like you do in real life. Chug the machine back at it. Crack trap's alright. He gets Septic Special, that's why that's the name he's got. Okay, he's fine. What the heck? Paralyzed with a pet in your hand can be scary for sure. So many coins everywhere. That must be scary. Poison Ball, not my favorite. I generally tend to let them on the floor where they belong. Although it's not useless, it's just slow, and that's why I don't like it. But it's not useless, so I understand that in a commando situation, you might want to get all the tools you can get to actually get yourself out of that situation. Not exactly sure what he was expecting, but kinda need to get a pickup here. Yeah, Fireball will definitely do the trick too. That's good experience as well. Gerudo's pretty good in terms of experience. And he created a situation. Oh, that was so risky, Septic. My boy. Okay, leave that barong there and face. Why did you pick it up? What's the play here? What are we trying to do? I don't understand what Septic's going for, but that's alright. You're still taking 2 hits, and you could have taken only the 1. It's too late now. Okay, Holy Bell, definitely, yeah. Push strat, let's go! When's the last time you saw push strat coming in? During that time, we got 8th floor on Wugga's side, which is definitely not that bad. I mean, it is 9 floor difference. But that's also with a re-entry versus not a re-entry. Wugga is still in a bad situation, though, which is kind of scary because you definitely don't want to die again. That second re-entry would be too costly in terms of time. And I mean, it's important to note, too, that 10th floor difference is huge, but at the same time, there's nothing telling that Septic won't die. That's definitely something that could happen. It is such a harsh playstyle playing Commando. The fact that they impose that on themselves, it just goes to show how crazy they are, but, I mean, that's why we like him. Alright. Bomb trap on SepticTank side, but that's alright, he can survive it. In a bad situation though. Okay, Ice Rock Ball was stolen. You don't want to have any of your balls stolen, but if it's got to be one of them, Ice Rock is alright, I guess. That Maniva's annoying. Okay, he blocks the entryway though. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So logically, when it will untransform, it will still be facing east, and that should make it walk and not attack. Yeah, let's go. Very well played, Septic. Good knowledge of the game, and that's what I'm talking about when I talk about like good players. It's understanding that when you do in melee blinding, you will get hit, but actually it's based on the facing. The monster only attacks you if they have to face you, and then would walk onto your tile and they can't. Then they'll attack. But yeah, because of the way the Maniva transformed, like the facing it at that time, he was going to keep that when he would untransform. That's really good knowledge. Very well played here. Gets him out of bad situation, although we are in Viper Town now. Won't you take me to Viper Town? And this thing is also very, very dangerous, especially when you're a level 10 co without any pets. Holy Scroll, very good. Water Crystal, very nice, fine normally, but useless here. Throwing blue sand at a sleeping wee dog? Alright. Alright, during that time we get weak ball. What the heck are you doing here, Wugga? Yeah, sure. There, I was gonna say there's no way you think you're gonna kill a Griffin here. Even with a weak ball. But that's important to poke and to show. Wugga's level 3 on floor 12. He needs a kill somewhere very quickly. And because it was a re-entry, also do not get the fireball you normally get. So he doesn't have, like, with a fireball, he could grind here and kill like a Dreamin' or a Griffin. Oh, he's such in a bad situation. Although Sleep Ball will do a lot of work, but that doesn't give XP. During that time, Septic using an egg to actually lure a Viper, and also make one other Viper change team, which was well played. $18 damage is alright. 14 is also alright. Oh man. Such a strong pet. Viper hits hard. Oh, I say pet. It's obviously like an only scrolled monster, so that doesn't go against the rules, but... Tuna fruit, very well. Very good item that you definitely want to pick up. During that time, Wugga is going as fast as he can, but that's still a scary position. 10 floor difference still. Yeah, you need to throw here, I think. Oh, he's gonna sleep from so far. A blinder? Yeah, I like that. Sleep is good too. You can do it from closer, I understand. Blinder, alright. Yeah, I agree, it's better. Blinder is better. Although, if I understand correctly, it's gonna turn right. Yeah, I was gonna say pick it up. Yeah, it's gonna come back. Yep, that's really bad. I would go... Okay, no, it was doing circles. That's really good. That's scary, though. Septic has been stuck on that floor for quite a while now. Risky pickup on Wugga's side, and he gets it. I'm pretty sure that would have been death. He's throwing caution through the window, and actually he's throwing griffins too, but... Holy Scroll, very, very good item here. But he needs some firepower sometime, or he won't get any experience. And I'm not saying you can't win without experience, but that's going to be a lot of stress you don't want to have. Zeus on SepticTank side, that's one of the scariest monsters in the tower. If you're in melee with it, it can actually spend its turn to try and paralyze you, which often works, and most importantly, it's not a spell. So Mirror Shield can reflect it. That's just an ability, and that's scary as hell. It's called Bark, because it bark at you. It's a stealth on SepticTank side. There's an invisible enemy in front of them. How will they solve this? Both those monsters are wind, though. Some firepower that he does have will definitely be good. But that's still scary as all hell. 2 level up for it, though. That's pretty nice. That's exactly what Wugga wants that he doesn't get. Another fire, yeah, I agree. And he might need a third. Oh, that ball is empty. He's on 9 health? Ulim, definitely. Yeah. Get that thing out of dodge. Although maybe that would have been better on that block. That block is blocking the path. I guess that's what block does. Egg bomb? Risk it? Oh, jeez. Go out, yeah. Do it again. Yeah, but then that's scary. Although you'll get a new Ulim as a reward. Yeah, tuna fruit, definitely. Get that Ulim as quickly as you can, then get out of there. Very well played floor. Very simple, very efficient. We get some gambling on Wugga's side, get some hell first trouble. Really like that. Intense loot box action. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it would have been Konami of old, I guess, of the new, I guess that would have been probably some kind of gacha mechanic or whatever. Oh, that Wugga situation starts to be very, very scary. Now the monsters are stronger, but he's still level 3. How does he get out of this? He's got some items, don't get me wrong. Oh, yeah, that was scary. Okay, and he can get into the beam and try and pick up. There we go. I guess he wanted to pick up the barong, but that's not happening anytime soon. Okay, he still gets it. Man, this is a crazy run. Okay, I'm trying to understand everything that's going on. Okay, that Gerudo's out. Yep, there we go. Bump trap, okay. That's so many monsters. How Wugga's supposed to survive all that crazy stuff? Oh, yeah, I would have picked up the barong, and I think that was the play in that tight corridor. I understand, though. I understand. During that time, SepticTank trying to do as much as he can. He gets it. Holy Scroll, rarely really good item to get. What does he use? Well, Holy Scroll, there it is. And they're everywhere. No. Oh, damn, that's a lot of Manivas. Oh, that floor is now filled with Manivas. Oh, that's scary. They're going to be everywhere. Yeah, get out of there. Okay, very good. During that time, Wugga's trying to do his best to get out of that bad situation. Spends a lot of resources for it. I won't be able to get what he paid for. Or can he? No, Leva. Oh, that sucks. Why is that Garuda in if the enemy's not done? Oh, that's bad. Oh, because it's blind, it's not confused. Okay, I understand now. Mahel? One, and then... Yeah, he takes a hit no matter what. 22... Alright. He's out though, that's good. That must have been one of the worst floor we've seen the whole tournament. And I say that while Septic is taking quite a punching too. Oh, it's a clone, okay. That clone has a lot of HP. So if I understand correctly, that Naples is actually a friend, isn't it? Or is it just blind? Okay, it was blind. And poisoned? And then that killer is up? Is everything blind? What the heck? Is that a holy bell? I don't understand what's going on Septic side. I am thoroughly confused. And so are the monsters. Okay, the killer is also blinded. Okay, I understand now. Some cleanup. Okay. That was a roche frickin' fruit from the frickin' ground? What the heck? That's the 14000 I was talking about. Now we're talking. Although we're past like Gerudo floor, so we won't be using it for that. But I mean, that's still an expensive Ulim, like we said earlier. This run is crazy. I went kind of like... I stopped talking for a minute, but I was so trying to understand everything that was going on. The use of blinder balls on both sides are being crazy, by the way. Very, very well played. Like, using monster to attack other monsters is very impressive, like how they managed that. I'm not saying this is the hardest item to use, obviously, but Leva use on Picket makes them have an item in their inventory, so they have to run away from you as if they stole something from you. So that's the reason why it's good. Until you reach level 20, floor 20, in which case you won't see Pickets. Yes, you can see one on floor 25, I know. I love the blue floor, yes, absolutely. Oh, Galore, by the way, I don't know if you know, but sometimes we put them in tournaments, sometimes we don't. There are unused floor in the game. And, oh, that's a bad situation for Wugga here. But yeah, they're super beautiful. Last tournament we did use them. This time we didn't. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But it's very nice to see them, like the Shuriken orange floor and the Regal blue floor. Are both extremely nice to look at. And the randomizer, let's check system. Yeah, I saw them last time. Marvelous. Great. Alright, what do we have? Floor 20, that's... Well, won't you take me to Viper Town on Wugga's side, and that's gonna be scary. It's mind-boggling to me that these stuff coded into the game but unused in vanilla. I'm pretty convinced they were intended to be used in the second tower, which is also coded and not used. Definitely for like some bugs and balancing issues, for sure. But yeah, I would expect that's why they were. Okay. Oh, look. Okay. Wow. Wugga tried to pick up at 12 HP in Viper Town. Yeah, that failed. He died. That's just no two ways about it. Viper Town being specifically nasty on Wugga's side here. He's trying as hard as he can, but we have a floor 32 SepticTank, and that's crazy because you see the difference. Like, it's supposed to be faster, and in theory it is. Like, walking without a pet is the fastest way to beat the game, unless bad stuff happen, which it will, and it definitely is. Right now, this is a floor a minute, compared to... It's not even a floor a minute, compared to, like, a floor and a half a minute they did earlier. And that was with slower strategies, so yeah. Gonna use seeds, yeah. Gonna use a lot of things. Fireball, yep, very good play. Gets a new Liam, we like that. And now get the hell out of dodge. Septic's trying to go as fast as he can. Floor 32 is already extremely impressive, to be honest. Wugga really trying to catch up. That's not bad at all. That's still a big difference in terms of floors, don't get me wrong. But, lest we forget, Wugga's still level 3. That never changed, and that's not going to change until he gets something. And using like an Holy Scrolled monster or an Egg Bomb does not give you XP. The pet that kills gets the XP. What's with all the herb? Oh yeah! It's like that one time, like one of the players had the Newling Garden. I think they had, like, it's a very old tournament. I think it's like the second tournament we did, or the first one. But he had like 7 Ulims in inventory. That was crazy. Also, that's a lot of hags. Clown, Dreaming Killer, and another one. It's probably still Minerva, I guess. Palumpa, sorry. Oh, we get an egg. Definitely something that you would want, but you might not get. That wee dog said no. He's walking the dog, that's alright. It's not dangerous or anything. It's not as if it would one-shot him. Oh, he's in a bad situation now. Yeah, I'll leave for sure. But that's pretty much like his final very good item he's got, so... Lump us down. That's a lot of wee dogs. And I assume the wee dogs are on a spiral, so they'll come back, probably. That's only 2 damage, man. That's gonna take a minute. What you doing? No, don't give time for those wee dogs to come back. I would have gone back for the egg, yeah. And you would have died trying, probably. I'm not saying that's a bad play. I would have probably done the same. And died trying. There's kind of a situation on SepticTank side as well. Those curling shots are scary for sure. Wugga, what the heck are you doing? Are you like sharpening your sword with their face or something? There we go. Oh, he wants to level up so bad! Oh my god, that's definitely the reasoning here. Let's go, Wugga. That must have been the reason, because there is no other reason. Mazark level up to 8 or 7? 7, let's go. Wugga, you are a mad lad, and I like it. I absolutely like it. Killing whatever you can. Okay, easy pickup, let's go. Get the hell out of there. Oh, that's so unlucky though. Okay, the pickup was lucky. At least he's got 46 HP now. That's 16 more than what he has. It's like an increase of 50% in HP for killing a Dark Palumpa. That's madness. But he's so low level. Even 7 is good. It's much better than what he had, but... Oh, is that an item room? Okay, no, just... Wind Seed, you know, you pick it up. Could be good if you ever get a freaking fireball. Planted the garden there, yeah? Oh, yeah, he took all of those herbs out. Yep, bad situation, and he doesn't have any items. That's gonna require some pickup. One of them is a miss. That would have been a kill if he didn't level up with that Dark Palumpa, but actually this is still the lose here. Well, I say the lose. He could come back, but I'm not even sure he's gonna want to try it out. That is a crazy situation. And Wugga folds. He accepts the defeat. We are gonna let Septic try and reach the end. To see if he can do it. That might be rough, don't get me wrong, but he's going he's playing very well right now, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, go for it for sure. What are we gonna get to see here? Can he go commando and still win? He's got a decent inventory. It's not the craziest I've ever seen, but that's not bad at all. Starglass is definitely gonna help here. Well, it's gonna help right now. It's using it. That's okay. That's probably where he would have gone anyway, so that's kind of sad to use it for that, but he can't know. Cure alert. Get it. Yeah, absolutely. Cure alert for poison is kind of sad, but you don't want to be low health on that floor instead of floor. Floor 37. Getting closer. Elevator in room, although also golem. It's asleep. You can guess. Try. Trying to move forward. What are we gonna get to see? Killer egg. Yeah, egg bomb would work. Okay, unidentified. What do we get? Amandara, not good enough. Definitely not good enough. Umber, what do we get? Oh, Tyrant, yeah, we'll do a trick. 2 very bad eggs, and at least we get the golem out, so that's good. Binding Ball, such a good pickup. Liver Fruit, not so much, but... yeah, Binding Ball is huge here. Definitely gonna help. I don't know that you want to walk back. Yeah, you did. Okay. And that's worse. And that's very worse. Okay. Killer's going over to get a kill. 151. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Septic going in that direction, trying to see... well, that Maximum might not agree with this. Gonna do some monster manipulation, get them into that room. Perfect. Nothing in there, and he doesn't want to get to see the Maximum again, so that's a thing. Trying to walk up. Alright, poison slows you down so much. I agree. That's why I called it the real slow trap. And it's a lot of damage too in the end. Man. Septic doesn't want to spend resources, but he's gonna have to start you doing it because just walking backwards won't always work. At some point you'll get pincered. And he does know that Wugga's folded, so I guess he wants to play more safely. In which case I do understand. Yeah. I'm thinking as if he didn't know, but he does. Right, trying to move forward. Bomb trap, okay, but he's alive. 64 HP is still a lot. Crack. What are those trapped just before the end? 39, okay. And elevator in room. And we get to see a clear from a frickin' commando run. Let's go, SepticTank, my boy. Coming up to show. Yeah, he did lose tournament, but he's still the king of commando. Wow, that's such a good set of runs. Alright, both our runners had an invite. I think they're going to take a second to actually join in here. Oh yeah, speaking of the devil, hello Wugga, winner of the Store Galore tournament.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Beautiful, okay. I had a little bit of a system hiccup there, but looks like it solved itself.
Marvelous. Talk to me about all of this.
About all? Oh dear. That's a doozy.
Yo.
Hey, Septic, GG's, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, GG.
So yeah, the first 2 seats both were pretty chet. You both for both of them. Gotta
Yes.
love that. Roast fruit for the second, which, well, goes. It's kind of obvious what you do with that. I imagine both
You
Septic
say
and I did
that,
the same thing.
but some
Oh,
viewers actually didn't know the Garuda strategy, and we talk about players that actually played the game before, like casually. So it was kind of a shock when they realized, like, I hyped it up, but when you actually start doing it, it was like there was a reaction there for sure. Like players like, what, what the heck? Why is Garuda good? So that was
yeah.
very
Okay.
fun to watch.
Love to hear that. Love the fact that some people don't know about it.
Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
they do
Well,
now.
they do now, yeah, absolutely. So, Septic very well played on that commander role, and that was really impressive. You were ahead in all 3 runs against Wugga, mind you. That's not nothing. Care to talk a little bit about like what kind of strategy you were bringing from the store and from like the game itself, like what the game gave you?
In the first seed, not picking up U-boat was actually an oversight. I was just trying to rush. I had already stepped out of the shop because if you deny the buy option, you have to re-enter the shop in order to get it again.
Right.
And I had already done that, and I was trying to make up that time. I saw Killer, and I was like, he kills.
Yes, yes, he does. I'm so happy I saw that, man. That made me so happy.
Yeah, so I went with him, grabbed some other things, and just tried to rush it. And I was thinking the entire climb, he picked the U-boat. I know he's got the U-boat.
Yes,
I'm behind. I'm behind at every step.
you were
You know
so
me too
ahead.
well.
You were very ahead in every run, that like by a lot, all the time, except the end. You pick strategies that, to me, and I might be misanalyzing, but in my opinion, were always like paying off early, whereas Wugga would pick up strategies that would be consistent. I think that's the story of this finals. Consistency, like slower early game, but faster end game, versus all my power is for the first 15 floors, and then I pretty much commando it, right? I don't know if that feels correct to you. Maybe rewatching it will make it feel that way. But like the first run, and that's the craziest one in my opinion, because it was so close, but also because out of the 5 items you bought, you only had 1 item in common.
Oh.
Yeah, that to me was crazy. Wugga picked Scarlet Dragon U-boats, which you didn't. You both had Oli's sword in common. I think that's the only thing you had in common during the first run. So that was completely different in terms of playstyle.
Was that the
So
one with
cool.
the Olim and the Holy Bell?
The one with the blind killer. Was it the one with the Olim and the Holy Bell? I think so. I might be wrong, but I do remember just like the complete different playstyle. That was madness, to be honest. Especially considering like you're both really good players. You're kind of similar in terms of playstyle compared to the rest of the community, right? So to me, just seeing like 4 out of 5, it's the reason why I like Store Galore more than Random Toolkit. Is that even players that have like similar view of how the game should be done, I have completely different ideas when it comes out to those 15 items. And you got to be quick at choosing them too, right? So that was like, I guess there's some pressure there that makes you make decision. Like you said, an oversight with the U-boat there for sure. But going back to Wugga, our winner, I want to know, like, same thing, like what those items in the store made you like change in terms of like strategies and stuff.
Good question. I don't know. For the first one, it was clearly like, or well, for both the first 2 seeds, U-boat obviously. I wanted that. The first one had the dragon, and I
Yeah.
actually was thinking about it because this format lends itself for a variety of playstyles, as you said. And I was thinking, I bet Septic is not gonna take the dragon. He's
Oh yeah.
probably gonna take something else. I love that actually happened. Um, but yeah, it was. I think I'm not surprised that Septic was faster than me, whatsoever. But I think during the end game, I had very, very fast floor 30 to 40s. They were just extremely lucky. What else? Man, sorry, there's a heat wave going on, and my brain is complete mush at the moment.
It's alright, but I think we can agree that both those runs were very stacked in terms of inventory. The third one, Wugga, that was crazy. I don't know how much we should talk about the friendly third, but you were on level 3 for so long. When I saw you start hitting a freaking Dark Palumpa for 2 damage just to get 2 level out of him, I was like, what the frick are you doing, bro? Get the hell out of there. And you were hitting that thing for like, what, a minute? That's crazy.
Something like that, yeah. It occurred to me that, okay, this is my only shot at actually getting a level, because I died very early. First of all, I died because I had an Earth Shield on and I hit a bomb.
Yes!
Amateur mistake.
But it wasn't an amateur mistake. You were on 10 HP, you were dying anyway, even without the shield or with an iron shield. You were still dying, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you might be right about that, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Second go around, no spell balls. It occurred to me immediately when I entered the tower, oh right, the 5 items aren't here anymore, it's a different floor 1, there's no attack spell balls, so I was level 3 up until floor 20, I believe.
Oh yeah, you were Viper Town level 20, level 3, that was crazy. And you couldn't fight anything. I mean, you had like Egg Bombs, which doesn't give you XP, you had, what's the other thing, Holy Scroll, which doesn't give you XP, and so you had solutions up to a point, but no fireball, no nothing, and then you were level 3 for so long. And I commented on that the whole run. I was like, okay, he's not getting out of level 3 now because he can't fight anything. And I didn't realize why you were fighting the Dark Palumpa at first. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? And then I realized, oh, it's for freaking XP! He's so tired of being level 3!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was one occasion where I had I blinded a wee dog. And it hit,
I saw you do that!
I was hoping that there would be... He was hitting for 16, and I knew, okay, if it's 60 32, it's gonna be 64, exactly the amount that the wee dog had. I was hoping that he would have one blow ball, but no.
I gotta ask, at some point you used a weak ball on a freaking griffin. Was that to try and kill it?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was screaming, like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, it was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, it was fine.
3 damage, yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 damage.
yeah, exactly. It was like 3 or 4 damage with like a punch. But it was super entertaining to watch, to be honest. All 3 races. The first one was madness. You need to, if you rewatch the whole, not the whole thing, rewatch the first match. It was crazy. I think there is 15 seconds difference between both of your finishes, and because of like the delay, that's crazy, because I assumed that when I told you you lost Septic, you had already cleared in real life, right?
Yeah, I'd already cleared. I was just waiting. I was like, I was still thinking, like, are you pulling one on me? Are you literally? Did you already see Wugga win, and you're just waiting for me?
No,
I was thinking about the same thing, man.
No, yeah, that's crazy. As soon as Wugga cleared, I called the win, but like I said, there's like a 30-second delay, so you were already 15 seconds after winning. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, thank you so very much, both of you. I want to say these tournaments are super fun thanks to you guys. The first match is such a good proof of that. Thank you to every runner as well that participated in the tournament. That was very, very cool. I really enjoyed Store Galore. If it comes back in any kind of form or shape in the future, I think it's going to happen, because to me it was very entertaining. I think it was very well liked by the other runners as well, right?
Well, I loved it. I loved the format.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Specifically because of the what we were talking about before, because it lends itself to different types of items, different playstyles. So it always makes it interesting for I imagine from a viewer standpoint. Which is,
yeah. But yeah, Oh yeah. I want to say a giant thank you to Speed Gaming as well. Thanks to you guys, it was really cool and efficient to be here. It was really fun and easy because there was always a great person on tech making it happen and just giving us the space to do it. And obviously, I want to say a giant and last thank you to the public, everyone in chat here. You guys are the reason why we do this, and it's so much fun every time to get your comments and your reactions in chat to the things that are going on, and that's what drives me to do more. So I don't know when the next tournament's going to be up to, but yeah, thank you very much, guys, and all the love, and see you around next time. Bye-bye.
Peace out.